Alright, what is up guys, welcome back to another video. We are just taking a quick look at Verasity here, and as we can see, looking like it is getting a little bit of a continuation of the move that we have been seeing recently. Obviously this big parabolic move followed by this coiling motion. We've got a continuation here, and now looking like we are potentially getting another coiling motion here for Verasity as it just continues to chop to the side. Obviously, if we could clear this area here that we do seem to be sitting under, if I just draw a little line in so you can see where we're at. Basically anywhere that we're sitting here, if we could clear this area, obviously we don't really have much resistance at all, heading up towards that 618 Fibonacci level, which is up in here in the region of that 2 cent level as well, which would be really cool to see for Verasity after so long basically being under the cosh and continuously just heading down and down and down. You can see this bear market has been brutal for Verasity, basically making lower lows and lower highs on the macro here. You can see it just continuously heading to the downside. If I take a quick look with my ruler just to see how far this did actually come down from that all-time high down to this low, you know, we got down around 98%, which is obviously a massive amount. But since then we've had a really decent run to the upside, haven't we? Currently up around 330%, around a 3x, 3.5x from that low down here. Actually, it's probably even more than that, isn't it? I mean, realistically, if you're looking at around what is this, a fifth of a cent up to almost a cent, really you're looking at about a 5x up to that high, aren't you? So a very nice little gain off the lows there. I've had a long-term bag of Verasity for a while, so I'm not really that bothered about all of this, but as we said, for months and months we did have this huge bullish divergence that was coming in on the daily, and eventually we did get that break, didn't we? All those shorts got stopped out, etc, etc. A big influx of volume for Verasity as well. Lots of buying pressure on this chart, which does happen to be KuCoin as well. And basically now we're just looking at Verasity heading up through some levels, really, aren't we? You can see we've obviously got our Fibonacci dragged in from the high of the bull market to the current low of this bear market, and you can see obviously the 023 completely smashed, came up to that previous key level as we said before. In this area here, this previous level of support flipped into resistance, and now resistance here, which has been broken again, which is good to see. And then we ran all the way up, basically ran up to the 038 here, broke through that, and then ran up to another swing high level, which is in and around this area here. What are we looking at? 1.2 cents. 1.2 cents, is that about right? Yeah, we'd say 1.2 cents. Obviously got a bit of a rejection in that area, as you can see. We've come down and back tested at the 038 so far, and had a bounce in that area. You can see here, back test of that previous swing high. Resistance as support, which is the 038 here. And then another bounce up and another kind of rollover as well on the hourly time frame. You'll be able to see this much more clearly. Basically what we're doing is kind of coiling and ranging in between these two levels, trying to figure out what the next move is for Verasity, as we've said before. It's difficult to know because honestly we are looking like we are getting pretty overextended right now. You can see these bearish divergences are starting to come into play here. We could still go higher, definitely, but obviously the longer that does go on, the more likely we are to basically have a bit of a rollover and a bit more of a significant back test and retracement, especially considering what we're seeing with Bitcoin at the minute with a little bit of a pullback. You could easily expect, in my opinion, Verasity to either rip through this resistance and head up to that 050 Fibonacci there, or maybe even getting that really big overextension over to the 618, or if we do get rejected here or at the next level, I do think coming down and getting a full back test of this level here, which is where I do have a long position ready, would be fairly likely around that 3/4 of a cent level, 0.0075-ish area. I think doing something like this, you know, you coil up, another extension, we coil up, maybe get a back test like this, and then continuation of full back test of this level here would be really good to see. But overall, you know, Verasity, a quality crypto. Obviously in the short term I am still bearish on crypto in general. Verasity obviously showing a lot of signs of life here, breaking cleanly out of its bear market resistance, which is really cool to see. But crypto overall right now is still very much in a bear market, isn't it? And I do think until we see a full bull market, we're not going to see a massive move to the upside for Verasity unless we see some crazy news or a crazy parabolic move, which, you know, is entirely possible in crypto. So basically that's it for today, guys. Just waiting and seeing really with Verasity. Obviously it's getting a little bit overextended right now, but please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next video.